lovely world. So I've got a few things that I wanted to get off my chest in today's video. So let's just dive right into this. Look, I got an update, I don't know when it was early yesterday, that WrestleMania 37 is going to be in Inglewood, California, which is in Southern California. Because that's where the San Diego Chargers and, not San Diego, the LA Chargers and the LA Rams are going to be playing next year. Or this year, excuse me. This coming season. Now, I hope, I'm not saying this is going to actually happen, but I'm hoping that I can go next year to WrestleMania 37, because that would be amazing to go to at least one major pay-per-view in the wrestling world. I've seen so many other YouTubers actually go to a pay-per-view that was something like WrestleMania or Survivor Series or the Royal Rumble or SummerSlam. This one I want to experience firsthand, because who knows if I'm ever going to actually get an opportunity to go to a WWE pay-per-view or WWE live event or Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown. Who knows if I'll actually be able to go to something like that. This would be historic for this channel if I were to go. I really do want to go because it would be cool to see something like that in person. I'm not saying I would film any of the stuff that happens at the event, but it would be cool to go down there and, see the new stadium and watch these wrestlers wrestle in person. I mean, sure, I could go to a Monday Night Raw that whenever it comes to Sacramento, or I could watch a Friday Night SmackDown when it comes to Sacramento, or somewhere close to Sacramento, like Stockton or something like that. But actually watching a pay-per-view that's as big as WrestleMania would be amazing. It would be epic. It would be legendary, and I really want to go next year. I'm talking with my brothers about possibly, if they would give me this gift, they would never have to give me another gift for Christmas or a birthday present ever again. And that's what I want you guys to understand, is that this would be the be all end all presents from my brothers if I were to go to it next year. And it's March 26th, 2021, and it seems like it would be the best thing for me to do, because you all know how much I love wrestling. I've talked about it numerous times on this channel. Numerous times about how, I've watched all the pay-per-views, or tried to watch all the pay-per-views. Except for this year, I'm going to, for the second half of the year, I'm going to, not watch the SummerSlam, the Survivor Series, any of that stuff. After WrestleMania this year, I'm going to, there are a couple of ones after that might be interesting to watch on the WWE Network. Because I did a prepaid card. But that's not the point. And the point is that I would love, with all my heart and everything that I hold dear, to go to WrestleMania next year in Inglewood, California, which is down in Southern California, to watch. I don't know who's going to be main eventing or what the matches are going to be like next year, because that's still another year away from now. But it would be cool to see that live in person. I don't know if I'd sit front row, but I would like to be there and experience WrestleMania for the very first time in my life. Very first time. And probably the only time I would ever go to a pay-per-view of that caliber. Because, to be honest with you, WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of wrestling. And it gets such a huge recognition every single year. No matter who's the main event or what's going to happen, there's always something special that could happen at WrestleMania every single year. Whether it's an induction into the Hall of Fame, whether it's a surprise match no one thought would happen, that's what WrestleMania is. You could see The Undertaker wrestle for the 30th year. And him being this being his 26th that he's actually participated in. But they haven't made an announcement of if he's going to wrestle this year or not. I'd like to see John Cena perform this year at WrestleMania on the WWE Network, but who knows if that's actually going to happen. So let's shift topics to something that's a little bit, different from, that whole WrestleMania scene that I want to go to next year. Look, I was talking to a friend about this about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago on here and on Facebook, and he suggested that I make one last Ask Eric to be all Ask Erics ever. And this would be a one-off thing. So, I don't expect you guys to send in your questions today, but I am planning on April 17th, this year, I'm going to do an Ask Eric. You can ask me any question you want as long as it has nothing to do with sex. Or me doing dancing videos or me taking my shirt off. None of that stuff. But you can ask me any question you want as long as it's appropriate. I will go through each and every single one of the questions that you ask me. And if I find it, that I can't fully answer or I can't give you the answer you want, I probably will not answer it. But I will read the questions that you send me. So you have 2 months from this date, 2 months and 6 days to get your questions submitted for that Ask Eric video on April 17th. And it's only going to be a one-time thing. So I hope you all understand where I'm coming from in this video. And if I were to go to WrestleMania 37, would you guys want to see some pictures, whether it be on my Facebook or on my Instagram, of what happened that year? I don't know if they're going to make me sign an NDA or anything like that, but I would like to, get a couple pictures. I don't know if they'll allow me to film anything because, they're very some companies don't allow you to, film things or, show what happens at these types of events. Like, when I go to a concert, they don't allow you to, film stuff or upload stuff from that concert because it is technically copywritten material and you're not allowed to do that. I don't know what the whole rules are for filming WWE WWE pay-per-views. They might say you can't do it because there's a contractual obligation they have to deal with. But it would be cool to just go and experience the wrestlers and all of that stuff and see what would happen at that event if I could go. That's still 1 year and like a month and like 3 weeks or something like that away. Because it's March 26, 2021. I don't know if I'm actually going to go, but it would be cool to go and watch those matches up front and in person. I don't know if I would sit ringside or on the ramp or near the ramp because those tickets cost a lot of money. They cost $1,000, $2,000 just to sit ringside to watch a match. Maybe I'd be a little bit farther back. I wouldn't want to sit up in the nosebleed sections if I were to go. I'd like to sit on ground level if that were possible. But who knows right now? It's just something that I'm got in my brain. It may not happen. It may happen. I don't know full details right now. I'm in the works with my brothers talking about possibly going next year. And tickets will probably sell very quickly. to go to WrestleMania in Inglewood, California. So I'd have to get it on it as quickly as possible. And I do really want to go to a WrestleMania type pay-per-view. If not WrestleMania, like SummerSlam or Survivor Series or Royal Rumble. Something like that. At least one pay-per-view in my entire life I'd like to go see. But the main factor is I want to go see WrestleMania sometime in my life. Whether it's just a one-time thing or I go to numerous ones. I'd like to go to at least one pay-per-view that's, I'd like to go to WrestleMania next year. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it could. And if it does, I will let you guys know as that day gets closer. And we'll see. It's just an up in the air type of thing. And please, in the comment section down below, submit your questions for me for my birthday when we do the Ask Eric thing, because the Ask Eric thing is going to be the best I can do, because it is just a one-time thing that I'm doing. So I will see you all tomorrow on year 8 of YouTube. So this is the final day of year 7. The final day of year 7 on YouTube. Because tomorrow is year 8. Then we go into year 9, and year 10, and so forth and so on. With that being said, I hope you guys all have a great, amazing day. Have a great 2020. Have the best damn birthday you can possibly have this year, however old you're turning. You all know the drill. Keep real. Bye-bye.